Test.
Morning, everyone. Thank you all for being here. We're going to go ahead and get started here in a minute. Buenos días. All right. I'd like to welcome Metropolitan's General Manager, Adel Haj Khalil, to the microphone.
Good morning. What a beautiful day. It's a great day to be here. Thank you all for coming today here in Van Nuys as we announce the addition of native and California-friendly addition to trees to our longstanding turf replacement program. Thank you to our partners here, TreePeople. Thank you also to CAL FIRE, and thank you to the City Council and Councilwoman Imelda Padilla, and also to our friends from City of San Fernando and to the Montañez family. Buenos dias, good morning. Adding trees to our rebate program represents the latest forward-thinking action that we are taking to increase Southern California's resiliency in the face of rapidly changing climate. Featuring California-friendly and native trees in our reimagined landscapes promotes a more sustainable way of life throughout our communities. Trees provide shade, shelter, and is a great reservoir of water. A mature tree can capture in excess of 300 gallons of water. For nearly a century, imported water supplies have played an essential role in ensuring the region has a reliable, safe water supply. But our water sources are being challenged like never before. As we have experienced in recent years, climate change is abruptly swinging our state from extreme droughts to record rains. The reality is that all of our water sources are becoming less reliable. What worked for us in the past is not enough to work us in the future. We need to confront that, and we need to face it as we prepare for the future. In response, Metropolitan's board, led by our chair, Adan Ortega, is developing a new planning process. It's underway right now to create a climate adaptation master plan for water to ensure safe, reliable water for all with no one left behind. I say no one left behind. Building on our decades of experience in water resources planning, and I want to acknowledge all the staff that are working hard every single day. Many of them are here and across the district, are working very hard to develop a portfolio of water investments that increase supply reliability, builds a more resilient and regionally interconnected water delivery system, and maintains affordable water rates. Strong winter storms this year have improved our snowpack conditions to nearly average. We're expecting conditions to improve even more as more storms reach us. But regardless, we know the next drought is around the corner. Every drop we save today is a drop we can store and use for tomorrow. Conservation remains a pillar of our water supply portfolio. Over the last 3 decades, per capita water use has gone down by nearly 40% despite our population growth. Our water use today is the same as it was 50 years ago. We could not have achieved this water saving achievements without the contribution of our residents, like the house we're here at today, and businesses who have continued to show their commitment to reducing their water use, rain or shine. The biggest opportunity to reduce water use remains outdoors. Outdoor water use accounts for well over half of the water use in Southern California, too often on grass that no one ever walks on or plays on. More and more Southern Californians are recognizing this is not the best way to use our precious water resources. They are replacing their lawns, thirsty lawns, with California friendly and native plants that we see here today, along with rainwater capture features that take advantage of winter storms. And now we're adding trees to it. Metropolitan and many local water agencies have rebates to help residents transform lawns into beautiful, sustainable landscapes. Rebates are also available to help pay for water efficient indoor devices for homes and businesses. Please visit bewaterwise.com for water savings tips that we can share with you and information about rebates. Metropolitan's turf replacement program has helped change the face of our region, transforming more than 200 million square feet of thirsty turf into sustainable landscape, saving enough water to serve about 70,000 homes annually. I know our friend Cindy Montañez is looking upon us today and smiling. May God bless her soul. Que Dios bendiga su alma. And now it is my honor and privilege to invite our chair of the board of Metropolitan Water District of Southern California, Adan Ortega, up for some remarks. Chair Ortega has been a champion for our communities, small and large, to support our diverse communities in conservation and building more sustainable, resilient communities while maintaining affordability. Please welcome our chair, Adan Ortega.
Good morning. My name is Adan Ortega. I chair the board of the Metropolitan Water District of Southern California, which serves 19 million residents from Ventura down to the Mexican border. As I share these words, I'm inspired by this beautiful garden, just as it reminds me of a very good friend of mine who helped to share this message about the value and the importance of trees in our community. During the last drought in 2022, I was working with San Fernando City Council member Cindy Montañez on our city's drought resolution. And she had the idea of adding an incentive for planting trees when people rip out their lawns. She noted that many trees died in the previous droughts when people stopped watering their lawns or ripped out their turf. The lack of trees, in turn, exacerbates hot and dry conditions by spurring what's commonly called the heat island effect. Before her passing last year, Cindy Montañez dedicated her life to public service and to environmental activism. Besides serving on the San Fernando City Council, she was chief executive officer of TreePeople, a very important organization that you'll hear from next. She was very often seen at tree planting events and tirelessly advocating for policies that help improve the environment and the way of life. Today, I want to launch our new tree rebate in honor of Cindy with the first 100 trees to be distributed as part of the Cindy Montañez Memorial Series, because this is exactly the type of action she inspired. The seeds that she sowed continue to blossom today and will have a positive impact on our neighborhoods in Southern California and across the state. I'm honored to have Cindy's family here with us today as we dedicate and launch this in her honor. I'd like to introduce her brother, Bobby, who's joined us today, Bobby Montañez, who's back here. Thank you for joining us, Bobby. And I'd like to call up her mother, Doña Margarita Montañez, to come and accept a token of our appreciation and remembrance of her daughter. Por favor, pase.
Good morning, everybody. Excuses for my English is not very well, but thank you so much. I don't have words to say, every day, say thank you. And I always talk with Cindy, and I say, Cindy, I go to this place, and I know she is here to listen to us. So I really appreciate everything. Will you support her? Muchas gracias. Siempre se los agradeceré y sé que ella está con nosotros. Thank you. And I have my butterfly over here because she say, when you see a butterfly, you can remember her, So I always carry. When I go to her, to the cemetery, and also I bring the butterflies. And I saw the butterflies, everywhere. So thank you so much for remember her. And Bobby, you want to say something? Thank you for everything. Thank you, Adan. I really appreciate whatever you do. Muchas gracias.
Bien dicho que con estos jardines podemos recordar a Cindy Montañez porque atraen a las mariposas monarcas, quienes son un símbolo de la vida que vivió la concejal y activista Cindy Montañez durante sus días en esta tierra. Finally, I'd like to also introduce the Vice Mayor of the City of San Fernando, Mary Mendoza, who's joined us today. Mary, would you like to say a few words?
Good morning, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here honoring Cindy's memory today. Cindy's done so much for the city of San Fernando and all our communities throughout California, and she's left a great impression on all of us. She's left a great legacy that we all need to continue. And I'd appreciate Metropolitan Water District and TreePeople as well for all that they've done in her memory. Thank you all.
I also want to thank Brian Patton from Councilmember Imelda Padilla's office for joining us today. Thank you, Brian. So Metropolitan's new tree rebate is part of our environmental commitment. We are encouraging our communities to replace grass they don't use with plants and trees that save water and create important habitat for our wildlife like birds, bees, and butterflies. By incorporating more trees into our community, we're helping to add to the urban tree canopy, which helps to cool our neighborhoods and use less water. We're helping to improve the air we breathe and reduce our carbon footprint as well. And helping to better manage our stormwater, trees prevent soil erosion and alleviate the strain on our urban drainage system. And of course, trees are beautiful and help to improve the aesthetic of our communities. Now I'd like to take this moment to introduce Daniel Berger, the Director of Operations for TreePeople. This organization has been instrumental in educating and inspiring our communities to make our neighborhoods and parks more green and more sustainable. And it's also an organization that our beloved Cindy Montañez up until recently led. So Daniel, thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much to Metropolitan for including us in this wonderful honoring. Really honored to be a part of this momentous event. Thanks on behalf of the TreePeople family and on behalf of the countless people who love and appreciate and benefit from trees across Southern California, the extended TreePeople family. And speaking of extended family, thanks on behalf of and thanks to Cindy's family and Cindy herself. Of course, I'm heartbroken that she can't be with us here today, but I know she's watching from above. And I remember when we had the opportunity to share with her before she passed the news that this program was on the horizon, and how heartened she was to hear that, how happy, and the big, beautiful smile that it brought to her face. The tree rebate is a tremendous and a fitting honor to and an extension of Cindy's legacy. For those that didn't have the pleasure to know Cindy, I can attest that she was many, many wonderful things, but above all else, she was inspirational. Cindy embodied the core of TreePeople's mission, inspiring and supporting individuals to take responsibility for the environment. She led by example to demonstrate that we, all of us, can together be the change that's needed in this world. The Metropolitan Rebate Program shares this essential vision. It engages and supports community members to take positive action that will immediately and meaningfully benefit people and the environment. And the rebate program is particularly crucial for underserved communities, the least affluent communities that carry the heaviest environmental burden. It provides a means to make changes that might otherwise be unaffordable. This is another connection to Cindy's work and legacy, which are firmly rooted in the principles of social and environmental justice. Transforming lawns and hardscapes to biodiverse, climate-appropriate landscapes is critical to achieve sustainability in Southern California. Sustainable landscapes offer many benefits, including water conservation, stormwater capture to reduce water pollution and replenish groundwater supply, healthy soils, and habitat for pollinators and wildlife. The addition of trees to the rebate program will help to address our community's most pressing environmental challenges. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a tree person. Trees clean the air we breathe. They capture greenhouse gases that drive climate change. And of course, trees also provide cooling shade to protect against extreme heat and reduce energy spent on air conditioning. All told, trees offer an unmatched investment in the long-term health of our people and our planet. And I'm thrilled and thankful that Metropolitan will be making that investment on behalf of so many community members across Southern California. Thank you again. Should I introduce Krista? Sure. All right. Thank you, Adon.
Thank you. So we have another dignitary that we'd like to introduce, somebody who is the mayor of the city I represent on the Metropolitan Board, the city of San Fernando, who's also taken an interest in water and is a current fellow in the WELL program, which is a statewide program for council members to command the issue of water. So I'd like to introduce the mayor of San Fernando, Celeste Rodriguez, to please make some comments. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. What a gorgeous day to come together for this. I'll be brief. I just wanted to actually come to express my gratitude for everyone who's come together to make this possible. Today is a big day. It's election day, and I couldn't help myself reflect on Cindy's legacy in so many ways. We all know she dedicated her life to public service, and it was both in public office, but also as the executive director of TreePeople. And her legacy stretches so far and wide. But I think one of the most practical takeaways from everything she taught us was that we all have a part in being a solution to making our world a better place today and for future generations. And it's so tangible when resources like this come to bear with so many partnerships, because people sometimes don't know where to start. We all know how hot it gets in the summer. We all know how high our electric bill gets. We all know we love sitting under a tree in the shade and playing with our children. But we don't all know about these programs that make it possible, or that there are people behind the scenes creating these programs to make it possible and easy for everyone to plant a tree in their yard, to get a rebate for the work that they're doing, to create beautiful landscapes like this. So I just wanted to get this chance to reflect on this incredible legacy that Cindy Montañez continues to leave us, and to thank everyone involved for creating this program. It's going to be wonderful, and we're going to plant more trees, and we're going to build this tree canopy that Cindy dreamed of, and we're all going to be able to relax in the shade together. Thank you so much.
So now I'd like to introduce our expert in this field, Krista Guerrero, to make some comments, please, Krista, and answer any questions.
Good morning. Over the last 30 years, we've installed over 200 million square feet of drought-tolerant landscaping where there once was water-thirsty turf. And we are grateful to all of the landscape contracting companies like Edify Landscaping, who installed the landscape behind me, for their support of our program. As part of this change, we are proud to announce the addition of a $100 tree rebate to our turf replacement program. So now, as you go forward and you install these beautiful landscapes, you can get $100 per tree for up to 5 trees that are installed within your landscape. And those trees are selected by yourselves, but we have a wonderful recommended tree list that includes trees that have been selected by TreePeople, by universities such as the University California Riverside, University California Davis, and a number of other partners that worked with us as well to ensure that we found the best trees for Southern California that save water, that provide all of the wonderful benefits, and grow that tree canopy that we're all looking for here in Southern California. We also have a new care and maintenance guide that will allow you not only to put those trees in the ground, but help you to make sure that they thrive and grow so that we have all of these benefits for generations to come. Our current turf replacement rebate is $3 a square foot for residential properties and $2 a square foot for commercial, industrial, and institutional properties. And now we, as I said, have added that $100 tree rebate for 5 tree maximum to that as well. So we are pushing and asking all of Southern California to join us in our efforts to save water and to plant trees here in Southern California. Thank you.
So finally, I also need to acknowledge Nick Kimball, the city manager of San Fernando, who was there when we were writing the resolution for the city that recommended that we have a tree rebate program to promote cooling and beautiful gardens. So with that, we want to thank everybody for being here and for your attention, and get out there and plant those trees. Thank you.